Politricks, but this is therapy. Now, today I'm going to be talking about how known troublemaker, so-called Don from Homestead, decided say he was going to, pull up on some teachers, discipline them, and in the process, assault a group of reporters. Yes, welcome to Iron Man. I'm also going to be talking about a couple islands because I see the murder numbers and let's just say it's not looking good. Trinidad and Bahamas in particular. I think we can already see who's going to make up at least the top 10 or top 15 highest murder rate in the world for 2022. But before I'm going further, I want to send a very special Patreon birthday shout out to Little Moses, 8 years old. I don't know, this is coming from Mom channel. Little Moses, a very special name. Hope you enjoy yourself. I know say mommy, the whole family, I go look out for you and make your day special. So big up yourself, see? Wish you all the best in your life. Listen to your parents them. Trust me. These are the best years of your life. No light bill, no water bill. Get to eat and drink and be merry as you please. Little Moses, big up yourself. And Chanel, big up yourself too. Also, Ryan, that's Chanel's boyfriend, sure I'll make you know say, big up yourself as well. But your birthday next week. So Ryan, you don't know it go already. More life. But come move into the video. Homestead primary. We see article, videos, drop on social media. Teachers them have a problem with the principal. They must say the principal is not taking the discipline problem the school is having seriously. On top of that, people go as far as to describe the principal as almost some kind of dictator figure, like a badness thing. That's strange to me. We're talking about a school here. Anyway, it reached boiling point. We see video down little boy fling stone and all kind of things. That he never show the video. But teacher them decided to have enough and they make a protest. In the process of protesting, somebody decides say that can't go on. Somebody decides say these teachers must know them place. And they were going to discipline them. Now, I know say that's school, but normally you say teachers are disciplining students. Nowhere you say quote unquote done about disciplining teachers. Who we are talking about? A brother with them called Big Head. Big Head is the acting quote unquote done for Homestead. Right. Because fella is away. Yes, the same fella that you heard about in the Bingy video. When you see how long they money they run, but fella is away. So a Big Head, a quote unquote, run the place. Recently, their brother named Wandan was killed. So Big Head turn up for discipline teachers then. Squash the protest. Stop your knives, go on back into the school, who do you think you are? Now the real question is, who called him and why? Who would benefit from the teachers them getting bad up? Jeez, I wonder. You see, in the process of heading to the school, for, as me say, discipline the teachers then, Big Head go realize say, there was a camera crew present. He then decides to assault the camera crew. You can't make this up. There are countries in the world that are on the brink of collapsing. And even them places see journalists operate. Right? And criminals or whatever organizations, no trouble them. It's almost an unwritten rule. Leave journalists alone. But apparently, not in Ironman or not in Homestead. So Big Head tell them say take the camera off him, start going the most way. and assault the crew. Now, TVJ show the images blurred out. Gleaner post the actual footage with Big Head. So clearly, Big Head's intimidation tactics has worked on TVJ and the journalists because I said them post it blur out and we know say them have the real footage because Gleaner see it and we be seeing right the video with Big Head. That is why I'm gonna get the screenshot we see at the thumbnail. But TVJ blur him out. I guess they're afraid. But I can't blame them. Because if push come to shove and things get really serious, who's going to help them? Who's going to protect the cameraman? Who's really going to protect the journalist? What am I going to call the police? Can you call the police for me? The gun with them drop me with is a M3. No, me see. Right, so them press charges and that's good. Because we cannot allow this type of thing to happen. The audacity to attack the media is proof that these criminals think they're untouchable. Them things are for them world and everybody just live in it. Now, I want to know what type of culture is in our school when the teacher them feel like them have a protest against the principal. What is going on inside of a school when the teachers think they have to protest against a principal for disciplinary issues? So teacher would have taught the Pitney go call parent, and then what? You see, nobody don't want to talk about this. Because people say teachers need to, do this to Pitney and make sure it's a Pitney. Them Pitney nowadays I go call them parents and the parents are come beat you. Them Pitney I go call them parents and parents are reach up at school. And if you're lucky, you might only get one box. What type of working environment is this? And this don't just apply to Homestead Primary. It happens all over Ironman. Teachers can't work in peace. Teachers are worried about if me say the wrong thing to this Pitney and them go call them parents, then I hell and powder house. That's how when time I tell them to say, when you see Pitney behave a certain way, the first question I need to ask is which tree I bear this fruit? Because every Pitney know the type of parents that them have. And know say, if them go to them parents and say, Mommy, teacher raise her voice up for me. Daddy, teacher raise her voice up for me. Them know say, them either have one parent that go say, hold on, then away do. What happened? Or them have one parent that say, what you say? Alright. Pass me last. Alright. I go box him up and I kick him down. When you think Pitney a fool, Pitney know the parents for them have. Pitney know what them can get away with. So when time listen to Pitney behave a certain way, you have to look to the tree. By the fruits, you should know them. I see one video, don't look at youth. Fling stone and I go on the most way. Them youth there need guidance in them life from now. Yes, I know it's easy to write them off and say them bad. That's me. Look a boy a terrorist, but that age, when they see them go on to that age, you have to try turn it around from this. Because if you don't turn it around from this, start getting a little bigger, start getting a little older. Move from stone to the matic. So we can talk about Iron Man pick them all we want. But before we do that, we have to talk about Iron Man adults. Let's not act like these children are not a broader reflection of Iron Man as a whole. They listen to love, badness, take a talk, any dispute, resort to violence instantly. That's what we love. Isn't it? Could have fooled me. So who no want to do that? I don't want to Pitney do that. When Pitney a sponge. When Pitney a copycat. Are we trying to hold children to a higher standard than adults? The very thing on the praise not adults when they want to condemn in a Pitney. Anytime when they see children behave a certain way, the first question we need to ask, the first thing we need to wonder is about the tree with the fruit, right? I drop off. Especially when it's not just a one and two thing, because you're going to always have a few children who just have behavioral issues. When you see it's widespread across a school, across a community, across a city, across a nation, then we have to ask question. What is going on is a broader issue also. But teachers are protest against principal. Man, I go for bad up teacher, I end up bad up journalists. Normally, when we see teachers protesting, it's against the government. Or some peer issue or something like that. Imagine protesting against your principal. Crazy times. Irie times. I want to talk about 2 islands before the video done. Trinidad has passed 500 murders already. Last me look, they were at 520 in November. It is very possible Trinidad might hit 600 murders. That right there so is disaster. If I'm not mistaken, I think 400 right, or 500 is the insanity line for Trinidad. It's like how Ironman is 1,000. If you go over 1,000, I say it's a very bad year. I think in Trinidad it's about 400 or 500. Well, they're on the verge of hitting 600 right now. Then we see Bahamas already passed out them entire 2021 total. They're at 120 murders last me look. No, yes, 120. Once again, you have to remember the population. Bahamas, small country. Trinidad, I think it's about 1.4 million people. Both of these countries, alongside Ironman, will be way up on the murder charts. Based on what I see so far, Bahamas is going to be about 30 per 100k, somewhere around that. Trinidad is going to be about 40, 42, something like that. And Ironman will either be high 40s or about 50 per 100k. Extremely high murder rate. Don't you find it strange that 3 islands in the Caribbean frequent so high on the murder chart have the exact same acidic culture? I've said this before. The only difference is the accent them, and we call the food them different names. Is there anybody from Trinidad or Bahamas watching this video right now? Talk to me in the comment section. Is the culture in your country similar to Ironman? Is the badness culture similar to Ironman? Can somebody from Trinidad or Bahamas confirm in the comment section if your experts also claim that the reason why murder is so high is because people poor? Can these same people tell me, is there a retaliation culture in Trinidad and Bahamas? You know, in Ironman, we're telling you how it actually works when it comes on to badness. Usually, there's some kind of personal conflict, settled violence. This then triggers retaliation. Man dead back, then man dead back, then man dead back. Do you have a gunman in she-hole culture? Trinidad and Bahamas people, do you have lots of kerosene? Gunman in she-hole? Does being at 87 give you a lot of clout in certain areas in Trinidad and Bahamas? Does it get you a lot of respect in certain parts of Trinidad and Bahamas? Tell me in the comment section, because I'm wanting to see is the fact they are the same culture. Next thing I'm wanting to tell me, do you also have high cases of youths growing up in homes with no fathers? Now talk to me, man. Do you also have lots of unwanted, hugless, loveless youths running around Trinidad and Bahamas? Right? Wanting to be cool and fit in with an acidic, destructive culture? Tell me in the comment section. I'll be looking out. The Caribbean is nowhere near the most poverty-stricken part of the world, but the Caribbean frequents heavily on the murder charts because we have the same culture. Trinity people, tell me, do you not have 87s, do you not have gangs that are heavily funded and youths in some of these gangs are making more money than working people? Tell me in the comment section now. When some of these youths get money, do they not go out go buy more guns and fight more gang wars and settle more scores? Tell me in the comment section. Trinidad people, when known gang members dead, do you see people protesting in the streets to them innocent? I want them to tell me. I want them to show Jamaicans say are the same culture, just different accent and call the food them different name. Bahamas, Ireland and Trinidad should be featuring nowhere near the murder charts, but yet still here we are. Anyway, H&M Squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, I don't know, more life. Vulture Squad, see you circling. Bless.